what are some things that a pastor who's watching this video, if he wants to lead his congregation to be more proactive in being balanced and being Great Commission oriented, what are some things he can do to do that?
Well, I think that there's a couple of things on the reaching side. First of all, I think we have to have a regular schedule where we put it into our schedule. And at Cherry Street, the issue when we have, like I mentioned to you, we have outreach 3 times a week. We have an evening because that's when some folks can go. We have a weekday morning. That's when some folks can go. We have a Saturday morning. That's when some folks can go, the weekend option. But the truth of the matter is that doesn't work for everybody, even with 3 times. The issue is not when they go, the issue is that they go. And putting it on a schedule, I think, is a big deal. Secondly, in the reaching area, I think is that we have to constantly reinforce it with our people, teaching them how to use tracks. Brother Paul Monroe and Dennis Nunn are involved in Every Believer Witness. We had that program in, and the goal was to get every person in our church to be able to tell their story, to know their story of Christ in them, and then to be able to tell it. So that's really important to keep the balance on reaching. The teaching side, we focus on Sunday school. We are a big Sunday school. I mean,
Yeah.
that's who we are. That's what we do. That's what we believe in, because we believe it's the organizational arm of the church, and it's the teaching arm. It's the reaching and teaching arm. It's the number one discipleship ministry of our church. And so we just actually moved to a new curriculum that's going to take us through the Bible in 9 years.
Wow.
And I'm super excited about that because our people will take them in 9 years. They will go from Genesis to Revelation.
Wow.
And we've been going verse by verse before, and quite honestly, we were going a little too long.
Slow.
Yeah, too long. A person will start who starts in our adult classes at age, say, 18, they'd be 50 before we get done at the pace we were at before.
Right.
So we're trying to just do a little bit better pacing ourselves to get through the curriculum. But teaching is incredibly important. And then we have a discipleship ministry for new believers or for believers who come to us who've never been personally discipled. So that's a big deal.